Wait, I gotta pee.
What up?
Yo, what is up, Ray? Chef
Dude, what's
Ray.
up? What's up,
All
Brian?
right,
How are you?
guys. How you all doing today? So, I am Pawhead, and I don't know if you can tell, but I do CrossFit.
And I'm Chef Ray, and I don't know if you can tell, I also do CrossFit.
And then, as always, on the ones and twos, producing this whole thing, we've got Matty Ice. And you know what? I think slowly and surely, we could almost kind of tell that he sort of does CrossFit now.
Dude, I'm starting to tell, man. Like, he's
Yeah, I
starting
mean,
to
like
get
it's showing.
defined,
Like
dude.
you kind of see his shoulder blades a little bit now.
Yeah.
You know, get a little bit of that definition. I think what
Yeah,
he
from
meant,
here
like,
up.
yeah, from here up. But like, I think what happened is like he met the other Matt Chandler, and for him that was like, oh, challenge. You know,
Challenge
like
accepted.
you are my new nemesis, and there can only be one sort of situation, right?
Oh, so it's some Highlander, dude. Some Highlander over
Oh,
here.
exactly, man. You are aging yourself with that one, sir.
Am I? Dang.
A little bit,
I'm gonna
just a
retract
little
that
bit.
last comment right
No.
there. I'm gonna retract it.
Anyway, guys, thank you for coming in today. This is episode 3. We actually made it to the trilogy. This is the Can You Tell Wadcast. Basically, why are we doing this? It's one of those things where we wanted to be that forum of availability to our coworkers and our friends who don't do CrossFit and are thriving to hear about all of our workouts, because I know they love hearing about it all the time, right? You know, they love how whenever we hang out, all we literally do is talk about our WODs and our nutrition,
And our PRs.
and our PRs. Like, honestly, we don't care that your 6-month-old started walking. Like, sorry about that. You know,
started
whatever.
talking. Whatever.
Yeah, no, we don't care about you and your families. We want to care. We want to talk about our barbell stuff.
Yeah.
And then, you know, for our fellow, you know, CrossFitters out there, like, we want to be that place for you to talk about all this stuff, because, you know, we don't get to see each other anymore because COVID kind of sucks.
Kind of. It really sucks.
It really sucks, dude. It has been actually since the first person in California has been diagnosed with coronavirus. It has now been 266 days.
266
yeah
days.
Yeah, no, it
feels like 2 years.
It's been a minute. But you guys, like, this is our show. We're gonna chit chat. Feel free to jump into the comments if there's anything you want to talk about. I think we do have a question of the day this week. If we have it there, like, we'll put it down at the bottom at some point, but it's fine, no big deal. But this thing doesn't just happen on its own. We actually have non-sponsors, and today we're going to talk about a non-sponsor of the week, right? Which is water, H2O, the wonderful, nourishing drink that feeds our lives.
Can somebody tell this guy to stop it, please? Please.
Yeah.
What are you really drinking? Let's see what you're really drinking. Water? Come on. Does ice count as the water?
Okay, it's whiskey.
Okay, so you were talking about the ice.
Yeah. There's water in the ice though. But today's non-sponsored sponsor is going to be Suntory Whiskey's Toki. Super great, man. Like, I love these Japanese whiskeys. People are going to give me a little bit of crap right now about, like, you know, putting ice in it, but like, I just think I have those like giant spheres, and they're great. And it's one of those things where, you know, I live by myself. I live in a studio, and like this is my roommate right here. This is my friend. This is my company right now. So
just keep it classy, you know.
Keep it classy, you know. You see when I'm drinking, pinky out as always, you know.
Dude, those Japanese whiskeys are hot.
They're killer, dude. They're just so good. All right, so Ray, let's catch up, man. You know, it is week 2 that you have no longer been at the same gym as me.
Has it been week? Is it week 2?
Week 2, week 3. Dude, it feels like it's been a year. How are you?
Dude,
how's
good.
Life?
I'm good, man. I had a blind date on Monday. And
yes. All right, dude, let's hear it. How did your blind date go, friend?
It was not the best.
Okay.
Just people, I suggest do not talk about your baby daddy or mama drama in the
Hmm.
first 30 minutes because it just gets real awkward after that.
Okay.
I'm just gonna leave. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I tried to do the best I could, but it went downhill from there.
Okay. I mean, what
What
if
was
she sees this? What if she hears what's going on here, man? Like, is that going to be an issue now? Like, for the
dude for the for our 5 fans?
for 5 fans, you know?
Is she one of their? Is she? Are you there? No.
Oh,
What
she's
if
gonna be
she's
coming.
there?
She's gonna be coming hard in the comments right
Dude,
now. It's
she's
like,
gonna
hey,
come in hot,
or what if it was her baby daddy comes on here? It's like, how you talk about my lady that way, man? That
dude.
is the mother to my child,
Dude, I would.
sir.
I'd be
I
like,
said, sir.
sorry. I'd be like, Brian, you're doing the show by yourself. I'm out.
Yeah, okay, it's cool, dude. All right, I guess we should just get into format then, huh?
Yeah, should we get
Yeah.
into the show?
All right, so we're just gonna go straight into it, get into format. We're gonna start off with our little news segment, our little fun little hey, what's going on with our fellow CrossFitters out there? What's going on in the world? And we're just gonna talk about hey, what's up in the box.
Nice.
All right, so today, Professor Lon Kilgore, co-creator of the CrossFit Basic Barbell Training and Exercise Science, recently put out an article addressing proper uses about the myths with gym chalk. During this study, it was mentioned that an effective way to enhance the coefficient of friction and improve grip is to apply copious amounts of chalk to absorb moisture and oils from the hand, and then to actually remove the chalk and then clap it away. Okay, so did you hear that, guys? They're basically saying that in order to do it well, you need to harness your inner LeBron James, go ham with the chalk, and just clap it away, right?
And
And if exactly, and if coach complains and tells them like about like you're making a mess and you're like wasting all the chalk, he's like, no, they like the professor that actually is part of CrossFit said that this is what's making me an optimal athlete, and don't you don't want to argue with CrossFit, right? And if you don't believe me, we actually have the link on our YouTube right now. Call me a liar, but look at the science. Read the article. It's a real thing, y'all. Anyway, so Dave Castro actually recently announced that event 2 of the CrossFit Games in Aromas, California will be a 320-meter uphill sprint while carrying a 50-pound bag of corn. So, my fellow Asian American athletes right now are sitting on their couches and currently thinking, are you kidding me? My mother has trained me for this for the last 20 years of my life. I'm ready. I've done this forever. Anyway, speaking of aromas, the CrossFit Games will be returning to the ranch. And they actually posted this clever little ad a couple days ago. I don't really have anything somewhat funny to say about this. I just felt like this picture needed more attention because I personally love ranch, and anybody who doesn't love ranch is probably a psychopath.
the devil. They're the devil.
Yeah, absolutely not. Slowly, gyms across the country are starting to reopen, and everyone is getting reacquainted with their favorite coaches. But some of you just may have forgotten about the dynamic between member and coach. So I'm here to give you a few reminders. Whenever your coach says, so far everyone has made it under the cap, it means you're gonna die. If the workout has a name, especially if it's a girl's name, it means you're gonna die. And most importantly, if your coach says, today is a fun one, it means you're gonna die.
Dun, dun, dun.
It has now been 266 days since the first confirmed case of coronavirus here in California. Since then, many people have found ways to expand their creativity, learning how to bake sourdough, starting podcasts that nobody ever asked for, or a couple examples. But can I make a suggestion to somebody that may be out there listening? All 5 of you currently, hear me out. A gym that's also a donut shop that also sells coffee. Again, there is really no joke here. I just really want a one-stop shop in my life. I want all of those things. And if you could somehow add Texas barbecue there, Like you'll have a guaranteed winner, and you will personally have a member for life. I will go. I will be there.
Dude,
Thank you.
dude, that's a gold mine right there.
Yeah. And finally, the Los Angeles Lakers are NBA champions.
Oh, what up, champ?
What up, champ?
What's up, champ?
Yeah,
Dang.
no. That's actually it. That's what's up in the box. I just wanted this graphic to be up there, and if we could just keep it up there the entire time,
Yeah.
and not even talk anymore, like we could do that, you know. Matt,
Just leave it
Matt,
up there, Matt. Just leave it up there. Oh, hey, wait, we got the Lakers. He thought he was getting
guys.
technical difficulty. Dude, he just cut off. He just cut us off. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, thanks for listening in on that. But I'm actually super excited right now because we were actually going to be able to bring a fan for like our main topic of today that we call totally reasonable complaints. Is about, you know, one of the ways or one of the mediums that we are able to talk about CrossFit is through technology, through social media. One of the main ones currently being Instagram. And I wanted to bring in someone who, you know, we could call like a so-called expert on this. So she is a CrossFit coach. She is a life coach, and she is, I would call, a workout face aficionado. Otherwise known as @Helen Killer on Instagram. My good friend Helen Pham. Helen, are you there?
Yes. I just that awesome introduction.
I mean, like,
I've just been laughing the whole time. I've been backstage.
you gotta live it up there. I hope it wasn't too bad. Like,
no,
how
awesome.
are you?
I'm good. How are you guys? I'm super stoked to be on.
Yay!
On the show.
Have you ever been like on a podcast or wadcast before?
Yes, I've been on a podcast before with my
awesome.
other friends. Yeah,
nice.
So cool.
I'm sure theirs is probably way more
I'm
popular
pretty
than
sure
ours.
theirs is way better than ours.
Yeah.
Every podcast like is its own gem. It's like, you know.
That's Helen right there, man. Like I wish I could keep like a miniature version of you in my pocket just to give me like positive reinforcement for wherever.
I was saying for what?
The positive vibes.
Wow. See, do you think that little of me? Oh my.
No, I was thinking of like Step Brothers, where she. Well, that was kind of inappropriate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, so Helen, you are, you know, among a lot of other things. You, what would you consider yourself? You consider yourself an athlete, yes, right?
Yeah.
You consider like you're most definitely a coach. We actually met taking the CrossFit level 1 course together. Actually, we didn't really meet there, but I think that was like our formal meeting as being friends. Like we knew each other from afar before that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, you know, we were talking about social media. I think we had really connected or seen or knew of each other from Battleground. I had competed in Battleground a couple of years ago. And then I think obviously, you know, you're so involved with that. And so you're getting to see a lot of the athletes and people who participate. And then of course, you know, we started following each other. And then, we just did our L1 together. And, you know, I remember sitting down and be like, hey!
I know, we were like, I think we were literally 2 seats from each. She was like, I know you.
Yeah.
Like,
it's just one of those moments you just see each other and you're like, yes. Let's connect in real life now.
Yeah. And like, I think it's so funny how like, I think our friendship kind of grew or like initiated from Instagram, because that's kind of like what we were here to talk about, in the sense of like, you know, a lot of like, there's so many different accounts out there that, you know, are featuring athletes and featuring your workouts and stuff like that. And, you know, sometimes they kind of just get a little bit of a mixed reputation, I guess we could say. It's not always, you know, hunky-dory, I guess. And you yourself, I think last time I checked, you have 8,981 followers. So I mean, like, we're pushing that 9 10K more. Yeah. Like
are you verified?
Like I think you can get that check mark pretty soon, my friend. Is all I'm saying.
That blue check mark right there.
No, but I'll come up like right away and just ask, like, hey, you know, you post your workouts every once in a while and stuff like that, and I'm sure when you do that, like every single comment you get on there is incredibly positive and loving and supporting of everything you do, right?
Totally. Everyone just loves me, and no one ever talks crap about me on social media.
No cyberbullying? No cyberbullying? That's
not at all.
See, I guess that's just the end of our episode, guys. You know, myth confirmed. You know, it's
no
yeah. Oh gosh,
no. Really.
A majority of it is totally positive for sure.
Great.
I don't know. There's always like this really annoying guy that like always comments about my knees, but
oh wait.
Oh, it's him. It was Brian.
I was like, oh, yeah.
Wait, this way. It was Brian. Oh,
it was Brian. God. Brian. Oh, which is funny because the picture was just me standing there posing, so he's just like knees.
No, it's grown into a thing. I think initially it was something like she was actually doing a lift and somebody else did it, and I was making fun of that person. And then like this had to be like over a year ago, and now like literally every time she posts something, it's like, "Hey, your knees are caving in," and it's a picture. It's like
it's just a picture of me standing.
I think one time it was a picture of her sitting, and I was like, "Your knees are caving in."
Yeah,
you know,
or your socks are like really ugly.
No, but really, like I think this is actually kind of an interesting thing to talk about because, like, you know, like admittedly, as guys, we just don't get certain reactions that you have to deal with. You know, right?
I don't.
Is that inaccurate to say, or like it's? Like,
yeah, I mean, like, I don't know what kind of messages you get, but
you know,
we're not going to go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, go down there. Like it just happens to be there where you have people like not necessarily going to be like, I'm not going to say like the stereotypical like just rude dudes and everything like that, but like let's say people who are like, oh, you know, this person posted this, and now I'm going to take my anonymity from this and actually like legitimately Instacoach them and be like, hey, this is how you should probably be more efficient. This is how you should be a better athlete, even though you didn't ask for it, right? Like,
don't even know.
Yeah. Like, I think that's the key, right? It's like, oh, you know, we all do CrossFit and we get coached, even like being a coach when you're doing class or whatever. Coaches have coaches. Yeah. So it's not that we don't like coaching. It's, oh, I didn't ask you.
Yeah.
Thanks for your unsolicited advice.
Your unsolicited advice, exactly, is kind of just what it turns into. And it's just like, I mean, I guess we everybody kind of gets that sometimes, like even at the gym, not even just like on social media where, you know, you're in the middle of workout and somebody starts, you know,
telling you about
trying to tell you what to do and how to be better at it when you didn't ask for it. And like, oh, you know, I'll admit, like I'm guilty of that as well, where like sometimes like I'll catch myself like, oh, why did I just try to like give advice to that one person, even though, you know, they're actually faster than me or stuff like that. Yeah.
I think being like, you know, myself, having been a CrossFit coach and a life coach,
sure.
It's different because like when you're coaching, people are expecting it, right? They're paying for it. But any other times, like let's say you're not the coach. Yeah. It's kind of like that person's not really going to be in like a receptive kind of attitude if you're just coming at them. And it's because, you know, one, our ego is naturally triggered when people are giving us criticism, constructive or otherwise. So it's kind of like, hey, you know, are you open to some feedback? Or, hey, can I give you some advice? Like if someone just came at it that way, like an Instacoach, I'd be like, hell yeah, give me advice or give me a cue.
So it's the approach.
That's actually a really good point. It's not simply the approach, but it's the permission. So it's giving the opportunity for them to verbally accept it versus you giving it unsolicited, right? I think if you were going to look it up, like the whole idea of something being unsolicited is that it was not given consent before it was given, right?
Yeah. And if someone were to DM you and be like, oh, hey, bro, like, great lift, but, you know, could I give you some advice or some cues? I think you'd be more likely to be like, yeah, other than, you know, like, what the fuck? Who is this guy, you know, trying to tell me what to do? Versus sorry, am I allowed to say that on here?
Yeah. I think we get... I think we get like one or two, and then we're okay. So
sorry,
I just need to tone it down and then.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Like,
I'm classy. Sorry.
you are a classy lady. It's fine. But no, I think that's a very good point. Okay, so like, I think in order to get coached or in order to be willing to accept the criticism or any critiques that people may have, I think it's important that you ask for permission. Right, you create an opportunity for that person to say no or not accept it. Like you don't know, right? But it happens, right? It's something that happens. So like, let's say we run into those situations where somebody's like literally coming at you and be like, nah, that shit sucked. Ah, man, I curse now. Dang it. But that person was like, hey, it was terrible. And I need you, like, you needed to do this. You need to fix this. Or even like go as far as to say, you know what? Like, you should probably quit. Like, that'd be best. Like,
so just straight trolling.
Straight trolling. Like, okay.
Yeah.
So like, like let's say somebody who like in their own mind feels like they're being positive and they're trying to help you, but like they are approaching you in a way that is a little too aggressive. Like, how would you address that, or even address it at all?
Yeah, I think one, for me personally, it's there's two ways. It's like, I don't really want to. If there's a tone like, hey, you should quit, that's not coming from a good place, right? You're just trying to troll. And if it comes off as troll, like a trolling manner, like, I just don't even respond to you. Just like delete. Your request denied. You could sit with that. But if it's someone that I know, or if it comes off in like kind of that in between, one, if I'm just like really not ready to like waste energy or spend energy kind of responding to that, then I won't. But otherwise, it's just, oh, thank you so much for your advice and for thanks for that. Have a good day. Literally.
Even if you aren't thankful for that, it's just like, hey, this is just me capping off the conversation.
Yeah, and maybe, I don't know. I have to. I mean, I'll be honest with myself. It probably is there is a bit of like passive aggressiveness in it, but it's like, I don't really want to. I don't really know what else to say. It's like, hey, thanks for your advice. I think it'd be more passive if I said it in a way like, hey, thanks for your unsolicited advice. Have a great day. But I just say, hey, thanks. Have a great day. And it's like, I probably don't even read it again. But it's one of those things. I didn't ask for this, so I don't really want to waste my energy and time kind of doing it. That's how I think with social media, the more you are exposed to people, like I've just noticed it, as your following grows or whatever with reels and stuff, there's totally a ton of positive people, but there's just like some really weird random comments sometimes where you're just like, why?
Do you have an example? Because I want to hear one.
Oh, well, yeah. And this is like, so I think probably the most like, comment or response I've ever had was just to one of my random stories that I post of myself working out. Okay. And, this response was, because even to, for the request, you still have to open it and like, you kind of get the preview of the message. So of course the message, I open it, or I see it, and I don't even want to repeat these words, because first of all, they're so like politically incorrect and like so offensive to me. Okay. May I, do I have permission?
You could go for it. Do whatever you want.
I'm making it up to be super bad. But
no, yeah. I mean, like, hey, this is your place. Like, this is your home.
No, it was just like, in like a response to my workout video was just CrossFit is gay. So I was like, oh, what? Okay. I was what? I know.
Who said that? Delete. Instant delete them.
Well,
block
and
them
then of course,
report them.
Yeah.
My ego was like, who is this person? So I went on their profile, of course, private account, 0 posts, 0 followers, and like thousands of, following, maybe like 2 pictures. I don't know, but it was a private account. So I was like, how should I, or do I respond to this, to this message? Yeah. Because obviously I wanted to say some words.
It's funny. Like this has literally nothing to do with CrossFit, but you actually reminded me of a story from Johnny Galecki. He plays Leonard from Big Bang Theory, right? Okay. And there was a story that he put out where I guess somebody was addressing something that he posted or something that was going on with his life, where they were making claims like, "Hey, bro, you're so gay," right? And he chose as his response to make no response, right? And people came at him like that and saying like, why are you not responding to this? What's wrong with you? Like, why are you not addressing like this troll or anything like that? And he actually said something that I thought was like super cool and like poignant at the same time. And like, I feel like it was the perfect response because it de-escalated, but at the same time made that initial commenter feel like a piece of shit. Right. And what he said was like, why would I address not being something that I don't even find offensive to begin with? Right?
Yeah.
You know, why am I going to deny something that's, you know, I have no negative emotional response to being or not, right?
Yeah.
Which I was like, oh, that's good, you know? And like that's just such a dope mindset to have, right? And like, you know, but then at the end of the day, like, you know, tracking back to that initial comment, or like, obviously they're coming in like a troll and deciding to use a word that word, like using it in a way to have like a negative connotation to it, where it's like relax, bro. Like, no, absolutely not. Like, why should there is no negative connotation to like grow the fuck up. You know,
well,
like,
that was to let you know, I didn't respond at all.
Okay,
so I
was gonna ask.
Him.
Okay.
I didn't. No, there was like, you know, I wanted to get up there and just like type a long thing, and there were so many ways like my mind was going. Like, but then I started realizing, who even uses that language anymore? You know, like, how old are you? And like, you know, just like using that word to, you know, to troll. It's like, oh yeah, that just kind of shows me that your level of consciousness is like really low, and like I just don't have the time or energy. But another part of me wanted to be like, yeah, dude, you're so right. Like, why do I do this? It's so dumb. You're so right. I you know, but of course I was just like, delete.
Yeah. I think it's kind of interesting because like I've seen two different trains of thought with that, where, you know, somebody says something offensive or says something that's like wrong, and then when you're just like, I think there was a strategy where you just agree with them. It's like, you know what, you're right, and let's move on. And like they get confused and don't know how to respond to it. So like their brain basically just rewires and like frantic, and they're done.
Yeah.
But then for me, like I've been working for 5 years in behavioral therapy and stuff like that. So when you look into like applied behavior analysis, you look at like something that somebody like that would say, where it's like, you know, hey, CrossFit's gay. Like literally you look at what his statement is and the way it's coming across, and it's clearly just, this dude is just thriving for attention, right? You know, and that there's no ins, ands, or buts about like that. It's just an attention seeking behavior. And like one of the ways, and like it's literally my favorite strategy in all of behavioral therapy, is that whenever there's like that type of attention seeking behavior that you want to get rid of, there's this thing is called extinction, where you literally ignore it to the point that it didn't exist. It never happened. And especially if it's something that's happened, like you're in person. Not exactly right. Like, right. Like if you said something annoying to me and like I didn't like it and I didn't want to hear it, I would just like literally pretend it never happened.
Just keep going. Just
keep going. I pretended like I was deaf completely to it, right? And I think it's the funniest thing where like they'll look around like, I just did that. You didn't hear that? Like I just did that, and like you completely just like screw them up, and
you just shut the whole thing down.
It's the best. It's
best. I think it's like, I'm not going to participate in this game with you. I don't know you, and you know, it's different. Like, well, no, I don't think anyone that I associate with, first of all, ever use that language. But I mean, social media, there's trolls out there. There are people that are just, I think now more than ever, I feel like it's just kind of like heightened. But I feel like the trolls are out there. They've always been out there, but you know, just because we're all really connected to social media. But for me, it's like, I'm not there to participate in anyone's like games, and I don't really participate in like any of that negativity. Like I love social media for, you know, all the connections I've made. Hence,
okay. Oh, yay.
Yeah. And then
all right. Hey, don't forget Matt. Matt's here too. Like even though you can't see him, you can't hear him. Like this guy needs he needs a little love every once in a while. I feel like he was not loved. I'm just kidding.
End of season podcast. Just kidding. End of season podcast compilation. We love.
No, you know. Okay. All right. I know that like this, like our entire thing is like I'm breaking the fourth wall a bit. Like we do like a lot of satire and super spoofy stuff here in this podcast, right? But I think one question I do actually have for you with a level of sincerity is like, let's say you have someone who, you know, has issues with their confidence and everything like that, and like, you know, it's one of those things where they have those moments where like, hey, you know, like I feel like I've been making progress and my weightlifting or even anything that I've been doing, like any sort of like activity that I'm doing that I have a level of pride in, but I have apprehension about posting on social media for A, B, and C reason, whether it be I'm scared of like negative comments coming out, or I'm worried about comments regarding people thinking that my accomplishments aren't as great as I feel they are, right? Like, what do you think you might be able to say to that person in order to like help build them up, or like give them an up? Yeah, empower them, I guess. Yeah, it's a great way. Like, what would you say?
I guess it's like this is your Instagram account, and only you know your intentions of like why you go in the gym in the first place, why are you working out in the first place. And if you're trying to celebrate something and your accomplishments, first of all, hell yeah, go for it. And second of all, when you do things like, let's say if you're posting for likes or validation, or if you are not posting because you're afraid of all the haters, all the potentially negative comments, what you're saying is then your opinion of me matters than what I think of myself. And so when you are really true to yourself of, I love myself, I love what I just accomplished, and I'm going to freaking celebrate, and I'm going to share it with people. And I hope people we all love approval. We all like getting likes, but you don't have to need it. Needing it is different. And so I just like challenge everyone or anyone and all the 5 listeners that are on.
5 listeners.
Hey,
we're growing.
Your opinion of yourself matters more than anything. And when you do things for others or because of others, your actions are saying that what they think of you matters more. And so I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, that was awesome. I love that.
Are you okay? Is the whiskey hitting?
No, I
love that positivity right there.
You just opened up like a place, like,
are you crying,
like that black hole where my heart used to be. It's just one of those things. Like,
that's why you keep me around.
That's why all right, on the real, this is a lot of the reason I keep you around, because like you are like that light of positivity in my internal darkness. Like
the dark tunnel.
It really is. No, for sure. All right. Oh God, how do you even segue from something like that, Helen? Like, that was freaking amazing. Like, okay.
Just kidding, guys. That was totally no. You just gotta show the titties. You gotta like get as naked as possible. Fluffy up nose. Go jogging. Have your boobs bouncing around. Cook. With like have your nipples showing. Get the likes. That's all that matters, guys.
The truth shall set you free. Okay. All right. No. Okay.
Oh gosh.
From there, Helen. I did say we were gonna have a little bit of a quiz. We're gonna have a little bit of a game here. Okay.
Oh gosh.
Really quick one. Okay. So, all right. So, Ray, we're just gonna take you out really quick. Put you on here. So we're gonna play this game. All right. Where what I'm gonna do, you as the workout face aficionado. Okay. I'm going to have you judge 3 different faces. I'm going to show you a clip, and then I need you to tell me, is the video that's attached to this facial feature going to be a good lift or an epic fail? Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So we're going to go over to our first one. So I'm going to go ahead and move myself over here a little bit. So let's take a look at this guy, and I want to hear your reasoning behind it. So look at this guy. So is this going to be awesome or an epic fail?
I believe it. I think it's going to be an epic fail because it looks like he's setting up, and like I just don't think that your eyes need to be closed, because when your eyes are closed, it's kind of like a Hail Mary. Whereas if you're super confident and you know what you're doing, staring straight, eyes on the prize. So I'm going to say epic fail.
All right. That's what you think. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. I'm going to go ahead and full screen this really quick. All right. Let's take a look. So is this going to be? Here he goes. Nice little setup. Back tight. Knees are in a little bit. Oh wait, that looks like Oh no, I think this was good. Oh wait. Oh no. Oh no. Okay.
Oh,
I mean,
well, my reasoning was off.
Your reasoning was off. I mean, you
This
weren't
is why I don't
completely
like
wrong.
the deadlift. Like literally these videos, like these deadlift fail videos, is why I hate to max out.
All right. Number two. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Oh,
Is this going to be a good lift?
Good
or
lift.
Is it going to be an epic fail? Do you know who this is?
Maybe.
Okay.
It's on hook grip, so I can tell it's a hook grip. So usually they only post, and they usually only post makes. So let's go.
Okay. Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay. Actually, you know what? I think it is a hook grip video.
Maybe.
It is CJ Cummings.
Yes.
So
it's definitely going to be a make.
I mean, no. Okay. They have posted a couple of his fails in the past, but I don't know. This was from 2017. Let's take a look.
Confident.
I don't know. Here we go. Oof.
Yeah, with that freaking
Oh, there's Pyros Dimas in the back too. Woo!
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I'm too.
Yeah, he most definitely took bow and everything. Like that was. Oh,
I think I could be a detective.
That was so good. All right. Let me come off really quick. I just have to turn off. I have like an epic video like playing like with music and everything popping in my ears right now. Like it's like destroying my eardrums.
And now comes the slow-mo.
All right. So okay, did we consider number one a good lift or bad? Like was that I mean, he made the lift. So was that awesome or was it a fail?
Honestly, I think he did make the lift, but yeah, like and afterwards it's probably not really desirable, but I think I took the L on that one.
All right. Okay, you think that so that will put you at 1-1 then.
Okay, yes,
right?
actually not 2-2, yeah.
So which means that we have one more. We have one more to look at. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So let's take a look. Here we go.
You're an asshole. That's me.
Is this an epic fail or a good lift, Helen Pham?
That's me. I was like, oh my gosh. And I'm pretty sure, by the way, I have donuts in my mouth. So
do you know which video? Do you know which video it is? It's not a donut.
Oh no, it's not a donut. It's pumpkin pie. So it's a I don't know what constitutes as it's a successful goblet squat.
All right, so let's go ahead and take a look and see if this was successful or not.
Oh my gosh, this is so funny.
So, do you want to tell the story behind this clip, Helen?
Yeah, we were doing like a little little challenge.
Yeah,
and then you had to eat pumpkin pie, a whole slice, which was not very easy. Yeah. And then we're going into goblet squats and then handstand push-ups.
Yes.
And we were going for time. No surprise, Paul had beats me. But oh my gosh, that was the way I ran to the wall was so funny. Just like I was like a little troll.
I think what's so funny is that we were both still chewing at the time that this video was happening. And I literally thought I was going to puke.
Yeah, you're literally chewing pumpkin pie upside down, and gravity wants it to come back.
Yeah, that was not healthy.
I didn't throw up. I made the squat was to standard, so I would say that sense is a success.
It was a success. Oh my gosh! I mean, that was 2-1. You know, I think from then, I think with that, I think we could for sure consider you, as Nick says, you are the dirt face queen. So we'll give you that crown. So
yay!
Yeah, I mean, like put a tiara on her, and we got it. You the queen, you know. Thank you for playing. Thank you for coming in.
Dude, that was so funny, and I knew. So I was like, no, he won't do something silly like that.
So let's bring Ray back in and.
Dude, that was funny. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you guys did that. What?
Yeah,
That was Brian's idea, huh?
I think it was a
no, that was a group idea. That was a group
Really?
idea. Yeah, it was so cool. Like we actually brought a food scale, and it was exactly 3.14 ounces of pie. So it was a pie size, pie weighted slice of pie.
Oh my gosh, did you just really do that right now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we did that.
3.14.
Yeah, it was
this
great.
This is why we're.
This is why we're friends, man. Like this, like that's what it is. Like that's why I'm fam with fam. You know.
Fam with fam.
You know, it's just one of those things. Helen,
Awesome.
it was absolutely amazing to have you on today.
Thank you for coming to our show.
That was so fun.
It was super fun.
I am literally going to take that one moment of sincerity that we've actually had on our show, and I'm going to clip that and put on Instagram because I want more people to see that and hear that. I think more people need to hear something like that, especially at a time right now where just, you know, emotions and life and everything's in flux. I believe we're still on October, right? So October is actually, October is actually a time of mental awareness. It's a month that you take mental awareness into account and everything like that. We recently had National Suicide Day, where it's recognition of that. Something that's very near and dear to my heart, but you know, that's not different story for a different podcast, you know. But yeah, I think you brought a lot of brevity to something like that. It was actually
awesome.
Really awesome, and I'm very appreciative of that, Helen.
So it's really cool. I think this is great. I have that side, but this is fun to get my goofy and my real side out too.
There are the moments to empower others and give them that confidence that they may need, and I think that's a certain level of advice that might not necessarily need that permission, but it's something that is really good to just put out into ether and just be like, you know, when there are people here to receptive to it, I think it's going to be an amazing thing. And then there are also those moments where, you know, you just got to get your tits out there, you know, get those likes, you know what I'm saying? Like
start jumping up and down.
Yeah, do you? Like, whatever you want to do.
Like God gave me these man boobs, and like I'm going to show that side tit as much as possible with these tank tops. You know, like there's a reason I have those awkward, like, you know, cut off tees, the deep cuts. The deep cuts, man. I'm built
stringers.
You know.
Oh my gosh, Brian, can you wear a stringer? Next episode.
If
you provide the stringer, I will wear it.
Wait,
I'll Amazon it to your place.
Can you guys reenact that pie thing again?
Rematch?
Yeah, rematch.
All right. Well, with that, Helen, thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you.
Love you. So
thank you.
I'll catch you next
time.
All right.
Take care. Have fun.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Dude, that was awesome. So good.
Dude,
that was so good.
Dude, that was awesome.
Oh, that was so fun. Like, it's one of those things where, like, I think we need to bring her back because I think I want to bring Helen back at a time where we actually have more viewers. You know, hopefully, you know, where like you said, it's a little bit because like that's that. I think you know things like that are
really
super.
Help people.
It's so helpful and so important. You know, and needs to be there and everything like that. I'm actually gonna I'm gonna actually text her right now and be like, "You were so awesome."
I think it's awesome.
Yeah. I know she can hear me. It's great.
I think it's cool because like, yeah, we like to have fun on this podcast, but it was just like so positive, like you weren't expecting it, and then like it really sunk in, you know?
Yeah.
Like people just need to hear it.
All right. So we're gonna go back to format. We're gonna go back to format. You know, I'm here with Chef Ray. There's a reason he's called Chef Ray, is because he's also a chef.
You know what I do?
What we got? Give us our recipe of the week, my friend. I know coming after that thing with Helen, I know it's gonna be a little bit tough, but like, I believe
that's a hard act to follow. But the recipe of the week, it goes out to the NBA champion, Los Angeles Lakers. Roll the recipe, Matt. Dude, this is vegetarian spaghetti squash pasta with purple cauliflower and Alfredo sauce. Okay. Super simple to make, super easy.
Dude, when are you actually gonna have these like recipes, like physical? Like, I want to try it. I want to eat it.
Yeah, you have to make it yourself, dude. This is I I put it out in the universe so people can try it, and then I want them to tell me what they think.
All right, okay, fine.
Yeah. So it's pretty simple ingredients. You can pretty much find this at any store, like a Ralph's or like a Stater Brothers, whatever, Sprouts. If you can't find Gruyere, you can probably substitute it with like Swiss, but Gruyere is like a better Swiss, I guess. It has more flavor, like more pungentness to it. But yeah, it's a pretty simple recipe. So if we go to the directions, so make sure you guys preheat your oven, 375. Cut the squash in half, scrape out the seeds, maybe put a little bit of oil, and then just pop it in the oven for an hour until it's you can scrape it with a fork so the threads of the squash actually look like spaghetti. That's why they call it spaghetti squash. While that's going, shout out to Kobe and Gigi, the Lakers. Um, just in a pan, add your butter, your oil, saute the shallots and garlic, sweat it out for like 2 to 3 minutes, and then sweating it out actually means just like you want to cook it. You don't want to like overcook it. You just want to like warm it through. So when it gets like translucent. So like there's like raw, then there's translucent, and then there's cooked. So you want to go for that translucent because when you add the cream and the purple cauliflower, all that stuff is gonna like marry together and it's still gonna cook. So you don't want to overcook it because then you'll get like a bitter taste. And then once you add the cream, let it simmer till like it's almost like halfway reduced. Then just add your Parmesan slowly till it starts thickening together. And then your so when once that's done, your squash should be done. So you scrape out all the squash into a separate bowl, add it, add the sauce and all the stuff together. Then don't throw away the skins because the skins are your vessel. So then you're gonna mix that all together with the Alfredo sauce, put it back into the skin of the squash, sprinkle it with Gruyere, some black pepper, pop in the oven under the broiler for like 2 minutes or until golden brown, and then just chop up some basil, sprinkle it on top for garnish, and then ta-da, it's done. Pretty simple.
Okay. Oh man, I suddenly disappeared there all of a sudden. I don't know why that happened. Like,
I think the recipe got too healthy for you. You just
the recipe got a little too healthy. Like I needed some more fat in my life. All right.
Yeah.
So with every recipe we have, they do have, unfortunately, there's no such thing as a free lunch. I think everything has a cost, and unfortunately, everything we eat does have a level of calories and cost within that. So what are we looking at here with these meals? It's vegetarian, can't be that bad, right?
Yeah. No,
you know what's really funny? Oh my god! Like I wish I gotta show this with Helen because Helen's actually vegetable based, and like she does really well with it, and I think it would be awesome for her as well. But anyway, go on.
Text her.
I'll text her. Let her know. Got to try this one out.
So this is for one cup, it's 146 calories. So pretty much total fat is 13 grams. It's nothing like too crazy. The sodium might be a little high because that's from the cheese, but otherwise the carbs are low. The sugar is low. So
all right, here's the thing, man. In true Can You Tell Wadcast format, though, like we do have the calories and macros of this, but they're not, as far as we're concerned, the net calories or macros for this. So like what did we do today?
Dude, we gotta subtract the stuff that we did today to burn off this meal, right? So total calories is 148. So we have to have at least 2 servings, right?
Okay. I mean, like, we're hungry boys.
Yeah, we're big boys. So, and we're talking about CrossFit. Like, we're gonna burn that off. So, talk about CrossFit actually burns off 50 calories a day. Posting your lifts to Instagram, that's 10 calories for each post. So, the more you post, the more you burn. Complaining about a high school injury, that's about 85 calories burned.
Hey, I would be a games athlete, burn for my knee. I'm just saying.
Debating about games workouts, 50 cals. And then cheering for the last person with a shoulder injury, 115. Because CrossFit, if you do CrossFit, the last person always gets the most cheers. That's how we are. That's how we're taught. And then we burnt, what's the total? 330? Dang, so we're negative calories with this one meal. You like that? Dude, I feel better just talking about it. Just talking about it, I think I just burned like 25 calories. What do you think?
I mean, talking about the recipe and explaining the recipe on the podcast. Okay, I get you.
Yeah.
I think, and it's one of those things where it's like, I think, me, I'm pretty shy and laid back and don't like to talk too much. So I think during the few opportunities that I do talk and converse, is like those are very important calories.
Yeah. Because everybody needs to know how much you PR'd or how much you lifted that day.
Word, exactly. PR'd. Oh man. All right. So you know what? All right, man. So let's hear it. So I know I have talked so much about what my most hated workout of the week, but I don't know if you know, like Chef Ray here, he's in a new gym and everything like that.
In a new gym. So we
You
did
know?
a pretty, if you like running, this workout is not for you.
What was your worst workout of the week, Ray?
So this workout sucked. It started with a mile run. Just right off the bat, mile run. Boom. And then 5 rounds of descending, alternating dumbbell snatch, a 10 cal assault bike, and then 50 double unders. So my heart was literally outside my body because it was beating so fast. It felt like it was a fire breather for sure. But that mile run in the beginning just like took like all my
What
energy and just like knocked me down.
what was the most painful part of this workout?
Oh, dude, we all know the assault bike sucks. The
I mean,
assault
yeah.
bikes, dude.
What was the weight on the dumbbell snatch?
I think it was 55 RX.
Dang.
Yeah,
Ugh.
yeah. So I didn't do RX, but there was some guys in the gym were doing RX.
Yeah.
And they were crushing it, but they were regretting it the next day. How do
I'm
you
not a
feel? Wait, how do you feel about mile runs right before an actual workout? Or mile
I mean,
runs?
I don't know if you know. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm kind of an elite runner. So, those things aren't a big deal to me. I could do that kind of stuff in my sleep. You know what I'm
Dude,
saying?
I heard you taught Usain Bolt how to sprint, man.
Hey, you know what? I mean, that's our world record is all I'm going to say,
It's like we help win the championship.
Yeah, man. I honestly, dude, like, I hope you're having a good time at your new gym and everything like that. We miss you down here in Costa Mesa, but that's just what the life is, having said that, I think we had this was a gigantic show that we had today, episode 3. I think we're slowly getting better and better. Obviously, if you guys have any comments and concerns about ways that we could improve and things that you want to see from this show, like, we'd love to hear it and everything like that.
Yeah.
We are now streaming on YouTube as well as Facebook at the same time. So we're here live. We'll be back to our regular Thursday nights this upcoming week. I think this Saturday was special, and I think it was absolutely worth it.
Yes.
To get Helen on, which was really awesome. So, Ray, any last thoughts?
Dude, I don't know. I support you guys. I hope you guys support us. Comment if you try the recipes.
Yeah. Actually, Matt, can you put up that one comment that we had on there really quick? I think it's an important thing to post up there. This is for my brother. You owe Benji and Zach, my 2 nephews, $4. I actually do have a Venmo curse jar with my brother. So every time I curse in front of the boys, I have to say I literally have to send Venmo to my brother. So apparently I owe him $4 currently from today's podcast that he was probably playing. And now the kids have to watch Ryan's World. So $4 are going to be coming your way, my brother. Oh my goodness. We need to bleep ourselves just ever so slightly more. You know, if anybody's on here, I think we're gonna try to get an Among Us group, play some games online. If you can't tell, I'm Pawhead. Over here. If you can't tell, we got Chef Ray over here. And you know what? As we say in like the last 2 episodes, we're gonna say today, you know, hey, fitness is a fantasy.
Peace. Thanks, guys.
Later.